Okay, so this is the application problem for Module 5, Lesson 15. If you haven't already done the fluency, go back and watch that video, but if you have, come on in and let's get started. So it says Jamal ran 2/3 of a mile. Ming ran 2/4 of a mile. Lena ran 7/12 of a mile. Who ran the furthest? What do you think is the easiest way to determine the answer to this question? Talk with your partner about your ideas. I'll be your partner, so what do you think is the easiest way to determine the answer to this question? Alright, so I'm thinking that the best way is actually to try and draw 3 tape diagrams and then to break them up so that they have all equal parts, and then we can compare who actually ran the furthest. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with Jamal. So I'm going to say Jamal is here, and then I'm going to draw as best I can. Sorry guys, it's not going to be pretty. 2/3. So this is 1/3 and 2/3. Okay, and then I'm actually just going to draw the boxes first, then I'll go back in and shade them. So it says Ming ran 2/4 of a mile. So let's see here. Try and make this as equal as possible. So alright, that looks ugly, I'm sorry. Alright, and then finally Lena ran 7/12. So okay. Okay, so I think that's 12. Let me just go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Good, okay, alright. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to shade. So Jamal ran 2/3. I'm just going to go back and shade that in. 2/3. So that's 1, 2. And then it said Ming ran 2/4. So it's 1, 2. And it says Lena ran 7/12. So 1, oops. Oh. See if I can get that. Okay. Alright. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I just had to estimate looking at what I see here, my guess would be that Jamal ran the furthest, right? Because that's just what it looks like. But who knows? I could have drawn my tape diagrams incorrectly. I could have drawn them not to scale so that they're not perfectly even. So let's go ahead and let's try and break these up into equal parts so that we can compare all the way through. So if Jamal ran 2/3 and Lena ran 12s, let's try and find an equivalent fraction that gets us to 12 in our denominator. So what do you have to multiply with 3 to get to 12? 4, right? So 3 times 4 gives us 12, and what you do to one side you must do to the other. So 2 times 4 is going to give us 8. Alright, so this means we need to split each of these boxes up into fourths. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Go, let's see. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing here. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 8 12s. Alright? So 8 12s. And we know that Lena down here is 7 12s. Okay? So now let's figure out Ming. if mean is 2/4, and we need to get to the equivalent fraction with 12 in the denominator, what do we have to multiply 4 with to get to 12? Well, 3. So what you do to one side, you must do to the other. And 2 times 3 gives us 6. So we have 6/12. So we need to break each of these boxes up into thirds. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes shaded in, which we do. So now we're just going to look at this and which one of these is the largest. So we have 8/12, 7/12, and 6/12. Well, 8/12 is clearly the right answer. So now we need to put our answer into an answer statement. So go ahead and type your answer statement in now. Alright, hopefully you put something like Jamal ran 8/12 of a mile, which was the furthest. Alright, and that's it for the application problem. You can now move on to the concept development.